All right. Hello. Welcome back in to another beautiful Sunday. Today, we are playing a charming little kind of order fulfillment game. It's not as um, lightweight as it might first appear. It is. It's got a little bit of meat on the bone, which for a charming package like this with lovely deluxe components everywhere, neoprene player mats and everything. Uh, it's really lovely to see a nice big treatment like this on a package as whimsical and accessible as the Pirates of the High Teas. Um, this is a game where we are literally crew on a captain's pirate ship, and our entire goal is to create desirable food pairings for our captain. We're going to be trying to pair certain dishes from the pantry down here with certain teas being brewed out of the tea tin up here. We're going to do this over the course of, it looks like 9 rounds, if I can do math. Yes, 9 rounds. And our goal in the solo mode is to serve a total of 5 perfectly paired teas to the captain before the end of the game. Welcome in. Thanks for the resub, Mandible. Excellent. So we are in the solo game, our goal is to have perfect pairings. We have to do that 5 times before the end of 9 rounds. And if we can do that, we win. The multiplayer game is very similar, except you don't have that tight constriction around the perfect pairing. I'll get into what that means. But in this game, when you're playing multiplayer, players are actually taking the various teas from the tea tin and dishes from the pantry into their hand, and they're just trying to get as many doubloons as possible for each one of those. And the way you do that is to actually serve the captain a finished pairing. And then the one who has the most doubloons at the end of the game wins. So it really doesn't matter whether you choose to go for the perfect pairing or not in the multiplayer game. You just earn more money for that. So what do I mean by that? Well, an example might be, let me push in a little closer on this player board. This is the first T card that we got dealt to start this game. And at the top of this T card, you can serve the captain with just this requirement at the bottom of this, or this requirement at the top. And if you do that, you'll get paid 4 doubloons. But if you manage to do both of these things in the same serving, then you'll get paid 12. So instead of getting paid 4, you'll get paid 12. So that's an example of a situation where you're like, good enough, I might take 4 just to get this card done, because what I'm hunting for I could never find. No big deal. You're not completely out of anything by doing that. You're just maybe not earning as much as you otherwise could. So that's an example. So masala chai is on the board for us to contemplate serving the captain first. Now, one thing you'll notice on the solo game is the teas will age as they shift further to the right, and eventually they'll age off and be discarded from the game if you don't save them. So in the multiplayer game, you don't have that mechanic. You're just simply drafting those cards into your hand from an available market of 4 teas. But in the solo game, they are going to age off. So that's a slight difference. But what's really interesting is when the tea first gets brewed, it's in its perfect condition. And therefore, if you serve this tea, if you manage to serve this meal right as the tea comes out, you'll get paid an extra 3 doubloons. That's why it's got a +3 right here. So the longer you go, the more the tea cools off. It gets colder and colder. And by the time it's here, you're going to lose 4 doubloons from whatever. So if you manage to get this 12 will turn into 8 because you let the tea get cold because it took too long to get that dish out. So that's the idea between tea cooling. It's in its perfect condition, so you'll gain a little bit of doubloons if you do that, and then it loses steadily as it goes down. No such restrictions about the food. The dishes, which are down here, I'll come over here just as faster. So at the bottom, we have several, like 5 different foods that we're going to be pairing with our teas. And they have different categories of food. That's why there's like these different banners in different colors. These are Jaffa cakes and oysters, or ahoysters, if you will. This is sticky pork bao. And then down here you have like dessert, straight up dessert here, like a pastry. So that's why they're in kind of different categories. And so some orders want different things. For example, that masala chai up there definitely wants these because they're looking for those blue banner cards, these ahoysters and Jaffa cakes, for example. So these are going to be ones we might look to try to pick up to try to make that tea pairing work. When we first start the game, though, we're dealt 2 dishes to our hand, and that's these 2 here. These are actually in my hand right now. These are available to be pulled into my hand, but these 2 are in my hand now. And so these were things that I can possibly use to help out. Unfortunately, none of them are blue, so that's not really going to help me on my mission of getting a perfect pairing with that masala chai, but there will be other tea cards that come out throughout the game. Now, here's the thing. How do we actually go about doing that? Doing all of this? Well, we're going to be taking actions on the main board. And the main board, again, is separated into kind of 3 main action areas. You're going to go into the smuggler's hold, and you're going to do something at the smuggler's hold, or you're going to take some turns at the galley, and that will get you some dishes. And then captain's quarters is actually where you go to serve a completed meal. So you're only going to go here when you're ready to actually turn in an order for the captain. Smuggler's hold will let you get tea cards. So it will also let you refresh a tea card. So let's say, for example, you did let the tea get cold. You can come here as a prep action to warm that tea back up again. You can shift it 2 spaces to the left and get it back into a warmer space where you might not lose so many points, or you might even refresh it to its perfect state and earn more doubloons for timing this action correctly. So either you're taking them into your hand, sorry, you're not taking into your hand in the solo game. I apologize. In the multiplayer game, you are going to take them into your hand. But in the solo game, they never come into your hand. They stay out here. You would come here to draw additional tea cards or refresh them and warm them up. That's the situation. The other thing you can do is you can obtain these little helper tokens. These are gear tokens. That's what these are. You'll see them over here. These actually help you not break the rules, but give you more flexibility. So you can either pick up a cannon, a parrot, or a monkey. And in the solo game, they have slightly different functions than in the multiplayer game, but they effectively do the same thing. A monkey, you can spend that at any time during your turn to draw up to 2 dishes from the dish deck. That's the dish deck is the pink one down here, where it lets you get these foods. And then when I draw those 2 cards, I have to pick one and discard the other. So the monkey gives you that flexibility to grab more dish cards at any time during your turn, without having to spend one of your workers to do that. A parrot can be used to retrieve dishes from the discard pile. So after a dish has already come off of this and has been discarded, the parrot can pluck them out of the discard and give them to you. Similarly, you're going to be drawing the top 2 discarded cards off the discard pile, choosing one and putting them back, and putting the other one back. And then the cannon, this is the last of 3 gear cards, or gear types. The cannon can be used to wipe the entire pantry and refill it. So this is a great example. You see this a lot in order fulfillment cards, or any game with a market like this. There's occasions where this thing could just get stale and you're not seeing what you need to see. So you can always spend a cannon in the solo game to wipe the market. At least the dish market, not the teas. So yeah, so it gives you an idea of kind of how this is going to go. I'm going to be looking to strategically get my hands on some gear here and there just to help me out. I'm going to be looking to draw more tea into the kind of, I guess we can call it one of those conveyor belt systems where the tea is just steadily getting colder the longer it sits on the conveyor belt. I'm going to be drawing more teas into there, or I can warm that tea back up again. ultimately, I'm going to be getting dishes to pair with my teas, and then I'm going to combine all of that to visit the captain's quarters and serve him a meal. So that's the idea. That's the goal here. Welcome in, everybody. We're just getting started. So on my player board, and I'll push in a little bit on that, my player board looks a little like that. I have a little treasure chest here where I get to keep my gear. You'll notice it has 5 spots on it. I have 2 available spots open now, and you start the game with 1 of each type of gear. And then this is just a reminder of how they all work and some iconography to help you like how the round works. And in fact, we'll go through that. In the very first round, I think we can go ahead and get started now. There's no reason not to. So the very first thing we do is we reveal the round 1 token. And that may give you, depending on what's on the tile, a kind of an individual bonus for just that round. Some rounds, some of these tiles are blank. You just won't get a bonus that round. So we'll see what we get. So the very first thing we do is we just flip over our very first round tile. And it is in fact blank. Great. So that will come off and no special benefit for this round. Okay, so what are we going to do next? I think at this point, and again, I'm just learning the game for the very first time, so give me a moment while I learn here. Deploy my pirates in upper deck order. Okay, upper deck order, got it. So in this case, because I am the only player here, the upper deck is just me. I get 2 workers, and I get to choose where I'm going to deploy them for this round. Well, you'll notice we have some scallywags out here. They are in blue, pink, pinkish red, and yellow, and they're going to get in my way. The rules of placement in the solo game are basically that, and I don't know, this might be true for the multiplayer game too. I can choose to put a worker in, say, the smuggler's hold, but I can't put another worker here, mainly because I'm being blocked by a scallywag. But like better example might be the galley. I can put a worker in the galley, but I can't put my second worker in the galley as well. I have to choose a different area of the ship to visit, either the captain's quarters or the smuggler's hold. I'm not ready to serve tea to the captain's quarters, so it's most likely going to mean that I'm going to go to the smuggler's hold and the galley. Now, you'll notice some of these locations have numbers underneath them. That's because that's signifying the number of actions you get to take on that turn. So let's say, for example, we're resolving the galley, and I chose to put my worker here on the 2. That means I can take 2 of these galley actions with just 1 meeple. But the problem is everything is resolved left of the ship to right of the ship. So that means this scallywag will get to go first. I'll get into what happens then, but the scallywag might be a problem, or might not. Maybe you might not care. But if you do care, you're going to need to come here, only get 1 action for going earlier, but you get to go before they do and get whatever you want and not worry about them getting in your way. So that's an example of the decisions that we're going to be making. So I have 2 of my green pirates that I have to decide what I'm going to do. Do I want to have another tea come out, or do I want, well, I mean, at this point, it's pretty obvious. I'm going to have to do one of each, so we might as well draw. And I do want one of these cards, but you'll notice there's a pink scallywag here, and it says B at the bottom of this. It also says B here. So what that means is at the current moment, if this scallywag gets to go, this is the card. The card that's below this section here is where they're gonna go, and they're gonna end up pulling that card out. So if I wanted the card in this slot here, then I would want to go first so he wouldn't take it. I'll come a little bit further out so you can kind of see this in more detail. So right now he's sitting above the sticky pork bow. And I don't actually care because I don't need this type of card in order to serve this masala chai. So maybe I just let him take this. But the difference is I might want to come here anyway because I might want to take 2 of these cards. So that's pretty cool. The only problem is you'll notice this pink one's not the only scallywag down here in the pantry. Soon as this blue guy goes in the smuggler's hold, this card here, this Ahoy Oysters, this card will be discarded. So I might want to save this card, but only if it's going to help me serve the perfect tea. So if you look up here really closely, which you can't, I don't think, I'll bring it down a little bit so you can see it. There's little tiny icons on here, and it says 2+. That means it's looking for a dish that has at least 2 type icons on it. So if we look at the Ahoy Oysters card, I'll bring that up here just to show you. This only has 1. This only has 1 of those icons, not multiple. And it's looking for 2 or more. So this Ahoy Oysters doesn't actually fit the criteria for, even though it has the right color, it's the right type of card, it doesn't have enough of these symbols on it. So it's not actually a perfect match for serving that tea. So this one, however, the Jaffa Cakes, that does have 2 symbols and it does match. So I'm going to be looking for this type of card, this Jaffa Cake card with 2 symbols, and it matches the type that it wants. When I say type, I'm saying this type here. So it has the symbols that match. So Jaffa Cakes is perfect for me. That's the one that I want. Oysters is not, so I don't actually care if that card goes away. What I think I'll do is, instead of coming here and taking 2, I will just take 1. And I'll get my Jaffa Cakes before it goes away. Because the blue guy, the blue scallywag, is down here on the Oysters, and that's what's going to make that's what's going to make that card get discarded. But nothing, no scallywag is sitting above my Jaffa Cakes right now. Not even the yellow one, who's sitting over here, going to discard this pink one at the end. So yeah, I think I'm in good shape to get my Jaffa Cakes. Now, what do I want to do about the tea? I think I will have the tea card come out. It would be nice to have better options than I have right now. So let me quickly take a gander at how we're going to resolve this. But first, I think we'll come in back over here. So I have decided what I'm going to do. We've taken our token. I've decided what we're going to do. Now we're going to resolve our actions from left to right, like we talked about. So that covers that. Now let's see. How do I want to do this? Smuggler's Hold. The Smuggler's Hold allows the player to manipulate the tea track and take gear tokens. Players may do one of the following with their action: pour a tea, reheat a tea, or take different gear tokens. Take 2 different gear tokens. So I'm gonna pour a tea because I start with gear tokens. I don't necessarily feel the need to immediately get more. So I'll pour a tea. To do that, I'm gonna flip the top card of the tea deck and put it in the leftmost space. Multiple teas can occupy the same space. This is in the solo game. I don't believe that's true in the multiplayer game because there's no conveyor belt system. So this is just to help that conveyor belt system work. In any case, multiple teas can occupy the same space. Stack them vertically so all the available bounties are visible. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, what is a bounty, do you think? A bounty is, oh, it's the top. Okay, got it. All right. So we are going to draw the top card and we're going to place it in the same spot as the other card, as they said. So this is what it looks like now. We've got this gray tea. Here's what it looks like. I'll bring it over here for a minute. It's Agua Bancha. Very cool. Love the art, by the way. And it's looking for different types, very specific types, in fact. It's looking for, I think that's sugar, fruit, and chocolate. And then this one wants 3 matching types. It doesn't matter what they are, they just have to match. If you get all of that correct, then you can serve that tea and earn $7 for it. So it's a little easier because the other one is a very specific set and a very specific type of card. Was it salt? Oh, very good. Thank you. I thought it was sugar, but it makes sense that it might be salt. Okay. So there we are. So this one's going to be easier. This one pays out more if you get it done. Yeah. Okay. So these are both in their best possible states right now. I don't know. I might try to get, because again, I have to serve 5 perfect combination sets of teas and foods before the end of 9 rounds. So I might go for the easier one just to get it done. I figured that might be the case. Apologies for that. Oh, thanks for the resub, by the way. I noticed it too late and I was already live, so I tried to fix it, hoping it would work, but I'll have to just keep a closer watch on chat this time around. But thanks for letting me know. I figured it wasn't worth stopping the stream and restarting it again and confusing people, so I said, it's no big deal. Wanted to see the T card up close. Okay. Let me see. Which T card do you want to see up close? I'll come in here. Pair? Oh, T card. As in one of these guys? Is it this one you want to see up close? Food. I wanted to see the icons. Ooh, yeah, that's going to be tough. Let me show that to you. I think I can do that. Hold on. I know how to do it. I know how to do it. We'll do it this way. In fact, you can probably see them here. There's 2 chocolates. This is a salt. I could even probably bring that closer if necessary. So there's salt. And then here's a fruit one. So this is fruit here. So that you can see the fruit icon there. So there you go. Salt, I know. So, okay. So there you go. I hope that gave you the icons. There we go. Perfect. Okay, cool. So now we have a couple of targets. Now, it's looking for the banners to be the same. That's going to be trickier. I don't see a way for me to serve that tea perfectly this round because I don't have the ability to get 3 perfect symbols. As it turned out, they're all just a blend of like at least 2, but not 3. So I couldn't even gun for getting the perfect banners to make it all work out. So I think I'll let that one degrade, but I'll work towards it instead. But I like my Jaffa cakes, so that might be the place I go anyway, because I might work towards that chai anyway. Don't know. Okay, so let's see. Let me come over here. Yeah, let me come over here. And so I'm going to resolve this one. We just did. We resolved this one, and it's done. So I'll just go ahead and remove him from the board just to remind myself where we are. And then he's going to go. And what all that does, if I am correct, let me double check that it's going to discard. I'm pretty certain that's what happens. When the scallywags go, yeah. Yes. The scallywags steal dishes regardless of whether the pirates are in the galley. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so because it's blue's turn, blue is just gonna steal that card and discard it. Gone. Okay, now it's my turn, and I get to take my card in the galley. But let me read the galley, make sure I'm not wrong about how to do that, because it's the first time I've done it. The galley allows players to collect dish cards in the same manner as the multiplayer game. During each round, any scallywags in the galley will steal a dish from the pantry. Jerks. The scallywags steal dishes regardless of whether the pirates are in the galley. The scallywags are interspersed with the pirates and take their turns in the order. Yeah. Okay, so in the same way. Okay, so let me just quickly go look at galley. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Oh, I can either top deck it or I can take a face-up one. That's how that works? Alrighty. Cool. Great. So I will go ahead and take this Jaffa cake. I like it. That's going to go into my player area. Yes. So that's me again. Done. Now the scallywag is going to discard this sticky pork bow. And then the yellow is going to discard this last dish here. That leaves exactly 1 dish sitting out for the end of this round. Okay, cool. Now, what do we do next? We did our actions. Now we go to cleanup. Now I cool the teas by sliding all face-up teas one space to the right. Okay, so we'll just slide these guys this way. The tea track shows how much the tea has cooled, providing a doubloon bonus or deduction if you serve the tea that round. If a tea would slide off the right of the track, it is discarded into the box. There can be multiple teas in a single space. Pour a new tea by turning the top card of the tea deck into the first tea spot. So I get a free turn. That's nice. I get to see a third. That's cool. Okay. And that's another gray tea. It's a Ceylon tea? I don't remember how to pronounce it, but it's a familiar name. I just don't know how to say it. This one's looking for 3 salt and 3 equal banners. That seems tough to do, but at least it's equal banners and I can choose which one. Ceylon. Hey, cool. Thank you. Right, did that. Refresh the pantry by adding cards to any empty spaces. Okay. So we've got chocolate-covered figs, Mandible. Mango faluda. That looks delicious. Fig and blue cheese galette. Galette. Yum. And white chocolate cheesecake. Give me this food. That's right. You'll notice that in the deluxe edition of the game, at least the one that came with the Kickstarter edition, certain promo cards have a little gilded overlay on them, which is really cool. Yeah, I have played this multiplayer, so I may have corrections or rules discussions for you. I'm glad that you have played this. I've had this sitting here to play, but Mandible requested that it be played this weekend so they have a chance to watch the playthrough. So that is what it has been done. So, okay. Ruby chocolate bomb cake. Delicious. Okay, I'm hungry now. I want to eat. Guilt is delicious. Correct. All right, finished doing my thing. Move the scallywags one space to the right, both the ship and in the pantry. Oh, cool. If there are no more spaces to the right of the board, place the scallywag into the first space of the smuggler's hold. Far left of the shipboard. Or far left. Okay, got it. So they're gonna rotate. So in that case, in fact, that's what's gonna happen here. So blue is gonna go like this and like that. Red is gonna go like this and like this. Yellow is gonna go like this and like this, if I recall. I think that's how that would work. Thanks, I hate it. Okay. This is correct. All right, so now I believe that's all we do. Discard down to a hand limit of 7 cards and 5 gear tokens. So that's easy. I've got 3 cards and 3 gear tokens, so I'm good there. And now we go again. So that's actually pretty painless. I like it. Oh, that sounds correct. You're not saying that that guilt is delicious. I think it is, but your point is made. Okay, so round 2, we flip over. We see what we get. Oh, we get a cannon gear token. I'll take it. Thank you very much. We'll put that on our player board. I have 1 available space left on my player board. So that comes off. Very cool. And it does say that I get it. At the beginning, remove the bonus tile. If there is a bonus indicated, the player receives it. Great, perfect. I want to make sure I didn't take something I shouldn't get. Okay, now I have some teas. Oh, fair enough. Okay, so I have some teas out to work towards. I think it's more important to me to take some dishes. Now, I like the idea of what's out. Ooh, well, let's look. I've got mango faluda and white chocolate cheesecake. Those match banners. They don't match perfectly for the masala, but they do. Oh, I don't have a salt. That would be perfect for that other one. Well. What do I want to do with that? The oysters that are in the discard pile, Oh, but they're buried. They're the first thing that was discarded, and it would be hard to get after that in the discard pile now. Is there anything with... Oh, but the sticky pork bow doesn't match the spanner type. Ooh, how am I going to make that work? Don't have 3 salt. Don't have a matching salt of a matching banner. I could work towards that, though, by getting the fig and blue cheese galette, because it has salt, and I have a cherry blossom petit four with chocolate. So all I would need is a fruit version of a pink card, which happens to be the very first card on the discard pile. And that would be pinks. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take one here. And could I serve this round? No. Could I do it? Maybe. I think I can. Okay. Read the rules about smashing dishes. Yes. Yes, I have. I am not well versed in it, but I don't think I need to do that right now. I think I can make it work without having to smash. Smash, basically, just for the sake of folks on the stream, smash lets you take the symbols that are on the dishes and slot them in together with an existing dish. You don't get both of the payouts, but you do get to basically serve that as a single combined dish that satisfies the symbol requirements. So if you don't have salt on a petit four, for example, you could go get a card that has salt, smash them together, and then you would have that pairing together. What that does, though, is it requires you to spend extra dish cards than you otherwise would have to. So from an efficiency perspective, you probably should avoid doing that, but it might be the faster way to get a dish served. And in fact, I would imagine, yeah, it's fusion, exactly. It would be a way to get a dish served quicker, which I might have to do before the end of this game to get 5 of these things served before time runs out. Speaking of, this is the second round, so we're going to try to serve this round. To do that, I'm going to need to spend it's not even my turn yet, but on my turn, I'm going to have to serve a parrot. Or not serve, I have to use a parrot token, which would let me retrieve dishes from the discard pile. So that's the current plan. Okay, so I have placed my workers, so we're ready to go. We're going to, nothing happens in Smuggler's Hold because nobody's here. Blue discards the Mango Faluda, so out it goes. Now it is my turn to go to the galley. And on my turn, I'm going to spend my parrot. So, player, here we go. So I have on my player board, I start with one of each. So I'm going to spend the one parrot that I have. And when I get to do that, it says, parrot may be used to retrieve dishes from the discard pile. Draw the top 2 cards from the discard pile. The player may pick one and keep the other, and place the other on the top or bottom of the discard pile. So here are the top 2 cards in the discard pile right now. I am gunning for this pink dessert card. So that's what I am going to take. And I'm going to put this Mango Faluda back in, doesn't really matter. So I'll put it on the top of the discard pile. Okay. So we'll come back to here. Yeah, great. Okay, so now I spent that. So I just took my action, but I just spent the parrot, but I didn't take my action yet. So I am on my turn. It is my turn here. I'm going to the galley, and I'm going to pick up this fig and blue cheese galette. Yeah, I figured. Yes, I figured that as well. So okay. So now I have 3 pink cards, and let's take a closer look at those, just because it's the first time I've actually achieved this whole thing. So on my turn, these were the cards that I managed to acquire. So I have a cherry blossom petit four with a chocolate. I have a Yubari Langue de Chat, I'm sure I'm butchering that, with a fruit icon. And I have a fig and blue cheese galette with a salt and a fruit icon. These are all of a pink banner. And that, I know, right? And that satisfies the T that's currently sitting in the +0 category. So we're going to serve that to El Capitan in just a moment. Right. So back to here. So he did his thing. I did my thing. Oh, down here on that, it says action icons. Now, do I get to do those? I think I do. Yeah. I want to make sure there is a little symbol down here. They wouldn't have that if I couldn't. And that symbol is get a gear token. If I go here, I'm nearly certain that I get to do that, but there'd be no reason why they would include them otherwise. Oh, it's right there. Great. Yeah. Yeah. So I get a gear token. That's what that tells me, of my choosing. So I'm going to get my parrot back. I'm going to get my parrot back because I like that parrot. It would be helpful to have him again. So I got my parrot back. And now it's Pink's turn. Pink is going to discard this ruby chocolate bomb cake, which is unfortunate. It looks delicious. And now it is time for me to serve my first dish to the El Capitan. So we'll take this tea here, which I will pull in to take a closer look here. And this is the tea I am serving. And it says, I need a salt, a fruit, and a chocolate. Well, as we just talked about, I have a chocolate, a fruit, and a salt. And they need to all be a matching banner type, and they are all the pink banner type. So I make 7 doubloons. So I will take 7 doubloons. And by the way, here are the tokens on the back. They're little tea kettles. Come on. Little tea kettles and little knife, little spoons. And then, of course, the denominations on the other side. But like super cute metal tokens. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so I presume that I discard after I serve. But let me read and make sure that I am correct. Yes. In the solo mode, all teas must be served to match the combo bounty, which is what I just did, pairing both flavor and fleet. Fleet, that's what the banners are. They're called fleet. Okay, got it. Upon serving a tea, the player takes the doubloons and a gear token of their choice as their reward. Ooh. Well, I just got another parrot. I have 2 cannons now. So do I want another monkey? You know, this guy is discarding enough that I think I just want another parrot. Because then I can see the face-up cards and go after things that I missed. I'm going to go for parrots, at least for now. This might be the first time I regret not picking up the deluxe edition. Yeah, this deluxe edition's pretty dang nice. Not gonna lie. Okay, all served dishes and teas are discarded into the box and cannot be used again during the game. Whew. Brutal. Okay. Well, we're down to 2 cards, and we have a full treasure chest of tokens. So any more tokens I earn now, I'm going to lose. So I'm going to need to spend those. Start digging for gold here. Okay, so that was the end of my action. I served the captain. And now yellow goes and discards this chocolate-covered fig, unfortunately. The chocolate-covered fig is really cool. It's got all 3 kinds of icons on it. And I do have a purple card, but it wouldn't actually work for the masala chai requirement. But it might work for that salt. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so that's that. I did all of the actions, and now I am going to age the tea. So the tea cools off. And then I'm going to draw a new tea. Ooh, and what did we get? We got butterfly pea flower. This is another one that requires 3 salt, but it is looking for cards or dishes from different fleets, so different color banners. So I don't know why. Well, I guess it's probably easier to do that. So, okay, fair enough. This is getting rough though, because I don't know. I probably should just start pulling cards so I can start smashing. It's the guilt, isn't it? Nice. I think I might have to start smashing. There's no other way around it if I'm going to make some of this stuff work. Okay. Plus, I got the gear, and I'm getting gear by going certain places, so I'm going to be getting more, so I don't have to be precious about that either. Cannons, I can refill. Oh, that's right. I can wipe the market. Well, I need to be able to denote how many dishes I served. So let me keep track of that, because I got to get 4 more before the end of the game. Okay, anyway. Now I have to shift the scallywags, so we'll put them back here, and then blue goes, red, lello. Okay, that's not too bad. And now I refill the... Ooh, I got a moon cake. Yummy. Mitarashi dango, jaggery treacle tart, and golden mango pudding. Anybody else hungry? I'm hungry. What's the parrots at the bottom of the cards mean? What are the parrots at the bottoms of the cards? They're not really talking about them. I don't really know. Not God, if you happen to know, let me know. It's on the bottom of the tea and at the bottom of the dishes. There's parrots holding up feathers and different doubloon types, and I don't know what they're for. Anywho, okay. I don't think it matters for the sake of this right now, so I'll keep tabs on it. Okay, I shifted, I refilled. I didn't have to discard anything, so away we go. Okay, so next round. Flip over. We got another. It's got a sun token on both sides. I don't know the reason for that. There are a couple that do have this pattern on both. They basically mean blank, though. So no freebie this round for Shub. What do I want to do this round? I've got to serve again if I can. I don't have the cards for it, at least not immediately looking at it. I could spend both of my parrots. I could. Ooh, but I could also spend... There's one that lets me top deck, though, right? The dish deck. Okay, the monkey, I have one monkey. The monkey lets me top deck from the dish deck, and that's what I'm also going fishing for stuff. I'm trying to figure out how I might serve. Could I get the 3 salt one? Yeah, I guess I could. Would I be able to make the fleet requirement? In multiplayer, the parrots are used to sell cards for doubloons. Ah, okay. So that's a multiplayer thing. Understood. Okay. Oh, well, the new one that just came out needs 3 salt icons and 3 different banners. Well, as luck would have it, I can probably do that. Can I do it this round? Probably. I'm going to have to go fishing twice, so I'm going to have to use 2 of my parrots. That's a little nerve-wracking. Can I use a gear, multiple gear? Gear tokens. The gear in the solo mode perform different functions. It just says I can use gear tokens. It doesn't say I can only use 1. So I'm going to take that to mean I can use as many as I want. So I think I'm going to go fishing twice. And okay, so I'm going to take my first action is I'm going to beat the beat the blue scallywag to the punch because I want this card he's got. So I'm going to take 1 from that, and then I'm going to serve with my second action. Okay, whew, this is going to be interesting. So yellow goes, and yellow is going to discard the treacle tart. Then it's me, and I'm going to spend my first parrot before I even take my action. So that goes away, and I'm going to go through the discard pile. And one of them is, yeah, I think this is going to work. Oh, but maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, hold on. He discarded, which is kind of screwed with the number of cards I have access to. And so now I can't get at the salt. Well, all right, let's see if I can make it work by dumpster diving. I mean, deck diving. But we're going to take this chocolate-covered fig out of the discard pile with our first parrot. And now, instead of using my second parrot, as I was hoping to do, I will now have to pray I pull salt from the top of the deck. So I'm going to use a monkey instead. So I'm discarding my only monkey, and I'm going to draw the top 2 cards off the dish deck, and I did not pull salt. That makes me mad. Okay, maybe. Well, okay. Now what am I going to do? Well, for now, nothing. I get to do my turn, though. My turn is I get to draw 1 card. Now, before I draw this card that I was planning on drawing, this Mitarashi Dango, let's reevaluate because I didn't get the card that I wanted. Now, I can smash. Let's take a look at smashing because I haven't done that yet. And smashing dishes. Sometimes it will be hard to find the perfect card. To meet both, that's okay, you are resourceful pirates. When players serve tea, they may always smash multiple dish cards together to create the perfect flavor and fleet combinations. Smashing dishes works by stacking dish cards vertically to create new fleet and flavor profiles. The entire vertical stack counts as a single dish. This dish has the fleet and doubloon value of the card on the top of the stack, but the flavors are all the dishes in the stack. Got it. Okay. Yes. So if I wanted to serve that one, they all have to be the same banner. Well, start of the round tokens. The sun token is used for the first round of the game, but you are correct that it essentially means no bonus. Also, the multiplayer game, those are face up. Don't know about solo. Didn't say. Let me see. Good question. 7. Oh, they are face up. Hey, hurrah. That's nice. I can plan. It's interesting that they give you that information, but I like it. I just assumed that they would be. Okay, there we go. Excellent. Okay, so smashing the entire vertical stack. So does that mean that if I need to have 2 symbols each for each dish, that means that if I smash 2 dishes each with 1 symbol, that equals 2 symbols? I think that's probably what that means. They don't have to have 2 symbols on 1 card, right? So if I'm right, then that's how we played it. Okay. What would I want to do? Well, it would have to be purples because I have three purple fleet cards. And I think I have enough to do this right now without having to spend any other things. All right, well, where were we? The yellow went, I didn't go, actually. I needed to draw a card. So let me draw a card now. Salt is hard to come by, so I'm going to grab that anyway. And that leaves the blue with nothing to discard, so haha. My turn is over. Now red goes, and the white chocolate cheesecake is discarded. That leaves me with my turn to serve. Now, let's look at that. I'm unfortunately going to have to serve the masala chai slightly cold. It's going to earn me -2 points, or coins, doubloons, but I still think it's worth it. I don't, unfortunately, have enough salt to serve the butterfly pea flower at its prime time, which I was gunning for. I would have been able to make that work if I had just gotten the salt I needed. But c'est la vie, we'll get the extra doubloons from the masala chai. It'll be fine. So I need to smash. So we're going to take the red velvet cupcakes and the Jaffa cakes, and that smashes to combine a fruit and 2 chocolate. So it's just a fruit and a chocolate, and it is a purple card. So that's that. When you serve a dish to the captain, you only get paid for the tea, or do you get paid by the ingredient as well? I know, right? Jaffa cake, red velvet, delightful. And I don't know because there's points. There's coins on these, so I think that's just when you sell cards, but I don't know. So let me know, NetGod, if you happen to know. So I think that's a valid smash. It would end up being a purple fleet with 2 symbols, so that's 1. We'll just put that here for the moment. And now we'll take this anmitsu, which just looks like fruit and jelly of some kind, delightful. And we'll go combine that with a milk chocolate layer cake. Yes, please. And so that will be fruit and chocolate. So that's 2 ingredients. Very cool. And then lastly, we have chocolate covered figs, which is all 3 kinds, and this mitarashi dango. And combine those. And we actually don't have to combine those at all, because just the figs takes care of it because it's got multiple symbols on it. So that's that. Those are my 3 dishes that we're serving. We had to smash 2 times in order to make that work, but we did. So that's when you sell cards as far as I know. Also, why wouldn't you smash that as green to apply the banner bonus? No, because, oh, I see what you're saying, because it's green. Oh, That actually messes with me a lot because I don't have enough green. I forgot that it was that. I was going for this, but I don't have enough salt to do that. I can't serve. Oh, no. No, you're right. That's a great call. That is a great call out. I can't serve. I was serving purple over here, not green. Ooh, okay, well, I was working on this one because this one says any equal banner, but that's the one that says 3 salt. I just don't have 3 salt, no matter how I slice it. Not even in the discard pile. So, oh, just come here? I mean, I guess I could. Yeah, I guess I could. That's true. I just can't serve. I was really hoping to serve. But what I will do is I'll top deck because I did discard these already. So I'm just going to top deck. Yeah. And if didn't even get any salt then, but I did get 2 blues. So at least I can smash next round. And maybe I can spend one of my actions to refresh that tea and lose fewer points. Now here's the problem. I currently have 7 or 8 cards. In the multiplayer game, I believe you can have up to 10, But in the solo game, you can only have 7. So I'm going to have to discard down at the end of the round. That's fine. I can make that work. All right. So that took a little bit of time, but that's just because we're learning here. Yeah, so did that, resolved everything. Now we shift the T's down. We draw a new T. This one is a Moroccan mint. Looking for 3 purple and 3 chocolate. I can do that in 3 cards right now. Well, I was going to serve the chai, but I'm not going to now. I don't know. I could probably serve them both, but the cap that I can't serve 2. I think I can only serve 1 because I can only take 1 action here. That's a bummer. So I'm going to have to choose. I think I'm definitely going to have to choose the Moroccan mint, though. That's a bummer. I can't serve the chai. I could refresh it, though. That's true. I could refresh it. I only have 2 actions. I don't need to draw cards this turn, though. Anyway, I'll do that in a minute. Did that. Now we move all of the scallies. And refill. Cucumber arugula sandwich. It actually says arugula. Delightful. Mini quiche. Finally a salt comes out. And scones with pirate hats. Come on. This game is amazing. Okay, cool. Now, now I discard down. Which one do I get rid of? If I refresh that, I'm going to want those. So I got to get rid of one of my pinks. I think I'll go ahead and get rid of the anmitsu. Anmitsu is going to go away. Doesn't have any salt, only 1 ingredient. So now I am down to 7 cards and 3 gear tokens, so we're good to go. Okay, bye. Thanks for joining. Okie dokie. So, what do I want to do? Nothing. Not yet. So, no bonus this round. We do get to draw a dish next round, though. So that's cool. Right, so I need to refresh a tea. So we're going to do that here. And then I'm going to serve a tea. That's how that's going to go. No, I'm going to do both. I'm going to do both Moroccan mint and the masala chai. I'm going to refresh. I can only serve in the solo game. You can only serve 1 per action. So I'm going to have to let that wait 1 more round. But I can serve the Moroccan mint right away without any modifications or smashing. So, yeah. So here we go. I'm going to refresh the masala chai. We're going to go here with it. And because it is the solo game, they get to occupy the same slot. So that was my action. It's going to discard the mini quiche. And then nothing happens, nothing happens. Blue's going to discard the mooncake. And then my turn is to serve. We are going to serve this. No, we are going to serve the Moroccan mint this round. Fair enough. Okay, so Moroccan mint is here, and it requires 3 chocolate and 3 purple fleet. So we have a red velvet cupcake, which is chocolate and purple. We have a milk chocolate layer cake, which is chocolate and purple. And we have a chocolate covered fig, which is everything including chocolate and purple. And that satisfies the Moroccan mint. I get a +3 for serving it hot and 11, so a total of 14 points. Nice. Okay. and I get a token of my choosing. Now, monkeys let me draw top deck. Parrots let me go. I'm gonna get another parrot. I just feel like I like having better knowledge, so we're gonna keep doing that. I would love to have another monkey though. We're gonna get one later in the game, but we'll probably get another one. Okay, and then red goes and it discards the golden mango pud. Out it goes. Okay. Now the Moroccan Mint's going to be interesting because I need to smash with one other card. So we're going to have to get a card this next round. That's fine. Well, actually, we're going to get a free dish in just a minute. So we age the teas. Fine. New tea comes out. It is a ginseng oolong. And this is the card I was looking for before. It's 2 ingredient types, but any banner. That would have been much better if that had come up earlier. That's all right. Hot damn. Well, maybe I serve that instead of the mint because I don't need to have it match. Can make that work, I think. All right, so we did the teas. We are now moving the scallywags. So we'll do that. Scallywags come over here, over here, over here. Boom, boom, boom. Right. Okay. Refilling. Ooh, a chocolate cardamom mango roll has all 3 types, and it is the kind of teal banner. Coconut pavlova. Oh, mandible. You went away at the wrong time. And the chocolate yuzu sesame entremet. Oh my. Also all 3 types. Oh my. Well, I'm certain we could make this work. We're not going to get the cucumber arugula sandwich. That's okay. I think we can let that go. So, we are going to the galley for 2. We're going to have to let the Uzu go. That sucks. Because he's going to go, yellow's going to go first, and he's going to discard this chocolate yuzu sesame entremet. That sucks. But I don't have 3 pink anyway. So it's going to have to be 3 teal. I might go after this later, though. That's too good to let go from a functionality perspective. Then again, the chocolate cardamom roll is down here. It does exactly the same thing. So I think we're going to be all right. I think we're going to be okay. What do we want to do? Well, we're going to serve. Yep. Okay. Pink goes, arugula's gone. Yellow goes, chocolate yuzu sesame is gone. Green goes, gets to draw twice. I'm going to go with, doesn't matter, these are equivalent cards. So these 2, I guess. I think I can make that work. Yes. Yes, I can serve with that. Okay, great. And then blue goes, discards the Scone Pirates. And then I get to serve. And so I'm going to serve this ginseng oolong that just came out. Oh, did I didn't take the, yeah, I know. I didn't take the free dessert, did I? This is the top of the round. I should have taken that. So I guess I'll top deck it. Yeah. Okay, so that's gone. I'll top deck. I got Sticky Toffee Pudding with no tokens. Worth 4, but no tokens at all. Great for the banner, I guess, but that's about it. Okay. Right. Did all of that. I guess I'm serving, right? So we're serving the... It needs to be all three the same, and then all three the same fleet, and then 2 symbols each. So chocolate cardamom gives me all 3, and it's teal. Jaffa cakes gives me 2, and it is teal. And so I will merge the Jolly Roger biscuits with the coconut pavlova, and it is 2. So I smashed, thus completing the ginseng oolong tea for 13. Okay. We only have to serve 2 more, and I will have successfully completed the game. But I have 4 rounds to serve 2. I have 3 cards left, just for the sake of argument. I've got these 3 cards. I have Cardamom Lemon Loaf, Sticky Toffee Pudding, and Mitarashi Dango. I've got 2 cannons and 2 parrots. Right. Okay. Aging the tea, the Ceylon is gone. When they age off, by the way, they age off completely. They are gone. So you either rescue them or they do not come back. No discards, no takesies, backsies. Speaking of, 2 of those are gone too. Okay, new one comes out. It is 1 of each. I have 2 of each right now, but it has to be yellow. Ooh. I might have to rescue a tea this round. Let's see what comes out, I guess. We did that. Then these guys move. Okay. Ooh. Oh. Could it be? It is. Okay. Well, we might have enough to serve that Lapsang Souchong. Red is going to discard 1 of the things I need, but I have 2 parrots. So I think I'm going to go after it. Pull your own token. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so did I do everything? I don't have to discard down because I'm not full of anything. So that's it. Okay, great. Next round, did that. Parrots. I'm not going to rescue. I'm going to go to the galley for 2. Yes. And I'm going to serve. Yes. Oh, I didn't get a token for serving. And I should have. Correct? Did I miss that? I did not. Very good. Thank you. I will get another monkey. Now I am full up. My chest is full. But I'm about to spend 1, so it doesn't matter. Okay. By the way, the Battenberg the Hatches cake down here. Orange Blossom Carrot Cake. Strawberry Fool. Polly wants some crackers. Amazing. And apple pie baklava. Also, that sounds delicious. I want to try that. Okay. This might be my new favorite pastry game. I don't know. This is pretty great. Yeah. So, pink goes. Strawberry Fool gone. I'll be back for you in a minute. Yellow goes. Apple pie baklava, regrettably, gone. Green, draw 2. I'm going to draw the Battenberg, the Hatch's cake, and the Polly wants some crackers. And I'm going to spend a parrot to dumpster dive. And I draw the top 2, and I want the Strawberry Fool. So the Strawberry Fool comes to me, and I put the apple pie baklava back on top. Right. So that was me. And now I serve first. Doesn't matter because blue's card is gone, so it's irrelevant. So I'm going to serve this brand new Lapsang Souchong. Requires a salt, a fruit, and a chocolate. And I have a salt, a fruit, and an all-rounder, including chocolate. And they are all of the same fleet, the exact required fleet, in fact. So that is 8 plus 3, which is 11. And now I only need to serve one more with 3 rounds to do it. Of course, I'm going to keep serving as many as I can, but okay, that's that. Teas age off. Bye-bye, teas, unfortunately. I've let 3 teas age. That's scary considering there's only 10 cards in that deck. Woo! Okay. New tea comes out. 3 pink. All fruit. I am nowhere close to that. I could smash for one of those right now. Oh, the heat bonus. Correct. Yes, the heat bonus. And that is one of the things I've been trying to maximize for this. Okay. We did that. We did that. We did that. Now we need to move these guys. Boop, boop. Boop. Okay. This token goes away. And I refill. Pineapple rum baba. Hey, look, a pink. And it has fruit on it. Okay. And there's no scallywag on it. That's good. Come on, pink. No pink. Can I dumpster dive for pink? No, because I was stupid and put the apple pie baklava on the top of the discard deck instead of the bottom, like I should have. So I guess I can, what do cannons do again? Cannons let me wipe the row? I can do that at any time, right? But I can only draft 1. Because I can only go here 1 time and the 2 spot is full this round. So even if I come here, I can't come here and draft 2. So wiping this doesn't really help me. I could come here and draw another T though, but that's wasting an action and I couldn't serve unless I got the perfect cards, which I don't have. I can guarantee you that. So I'm better off trying to make this work with the tokens that I have. What are the odds? Well, all right. We're going to do galley and serve. Oh, wait. Yet again, I served and didn't get my bonus token. No, I did not. I'm taking the bird. Now I can, because I have 2 birds, and I can go after that other pink and be reliably able to serve. And it does have a fruit on it. Okay. Yes, I'm good with that. So blue goes, orange blossom gone. Pink goes, chocolate tahini banana bread gone. Oh, but now there's too many cards in the top. So no, I can't go after it. I'm going to have to top deck it. Oh God, I should have taken that as a. I'm going to take that as a monkey. I should remember that that the scallywags add cards to the discard pile, and that messes with my counts. So what I did is I retconned the token I earned, and instead of making it a parrot, I made it a monkey. Because I could have been able to predict that had I been thinking, but I'm just not thinking. Okay, so now it's me at the galley. That's weird. It was like that, wasn't it? It was like that. Okay. So blue's gone, pink's gone, my turn. Okay, so I'm taking the pink. And then on my turn, I'm going to take my first monkey. And cannons, yes, you may blast the offer row and can be used when you're in any compartment. Yeah, so you need to play the cannon after you place your meeples, but otherwise your other goal's correct. Cool, yeah. Got it. Unfortunately, my first meeple didn't activate until all those things were gone, so I didn't really have a choice. Did I get pink? I did not. Burning another monkey, unfortunately. Did I get pink? I did. Ooh, I got 2 pinks, and one of them is strawberry shortcake. That's the one I'm taking because I need the fruit icon. Okay, I got lucky, and so now I can serve reliably. Yellow goes, pineapple rum baba is gone, and now I serve. I am going to serve this kukicha, if I'm saying that right. If I'm not, I apologize. Kukicha? Kukicha, probably. Anyway, it requires 3 fruit and all of them pink. So I have a daifuku mochi, I have a strawberry shortcake, and I have a smash of mitarashi dango and cardamom lemon loaf, which gives me a pink fruit. So 8 plus 3 is another 11 points for me. And that is the last tea I needed in order to win the game. Or to not lose the game, more accurately. And this comes off. Okay. Do I keep playing? I believe I do. It ends after the 9th round, no matter what. Yep, great. Cool. And I get a monkey back for the start of the next round. That's nice, considering I just spent one. And this comes to me. Boom, boom. These go this way, this way, this way, this way, and this way. Right. Tea. All 3 fruits of different fleets. I am out of fruits. I have different fleets. So maybe I can manage to get enough fruit, but I don't think so. Okay. Because I don't know. I can still draft 2, and I can use tokens. So I guess I could do it. But it's only worth 5. So maybe I haven't drawn the last T token, or the last T card, and see if it's better. But even if it is, I won't have enough ingredient. But that might be okay. It would be nice to have the options going into these last 2 rounds. Huh? Oh, that's true. That's true. I could. That's a good point. Valid. Okay, so we did these guys shifting. Now we just need to refill the market. Cherry Bakewell looks delicious. Everything Bagel, always delicious. Pirate Ship Sandwiches, adorable. Little cheese slices for sale. Come on. Turkish Delight, also worthless. Don't hate. I don't like Turkish Delight. Okay. Now, I need fruits. There are 2 fruits here. And one of them's gone no matter what, unless I go to the smuggler's hold first. Which I kind of want to do, actually. I could try doing this. And then spend my tokens here after I execute my action, but not before the end of my turn, which is allowed. So I can see what that other T is. And then, oh, but I won't be able to go after anything, but whatever I get from my tokens might be enough. Ballsy. But I have another round to try to serve one more turn, so even if I don't get it this time, I'm still okay. I still won the game. I'm just gilding the lily now. Yeah, you know what? We're going to chance it. We're going to go with that. So, yeah, I'm going to go first. So first things first is I'm going to execute my action, which is to reveal a T. It is chocolate of 3 different banners. I have 1 chocolate on 1 banner. So, we are going to, it's worth more if I can pull it off. There is no other chocolate out. So I will, oh, but if I blast it now, it doesn't matter. The galley, is there chocolate in the discard? There is. Ooh. Ooh, okay. We'll take a swing. We'll take a swing at it. We're going to spend the parrot, my last parrot, and we're going to go dumpster diving. And our 2 choices are pan de chocolat and pineapple rum baba. I'm taking the chocolate because I need it. Rum baba goes on the bottom. Yeah. And then we're going to spend the monkey. And we're going to pray to God we draw a chocolate. Here we go. We did. We drew a chocolate. Chocolate churros, as a matter of fact. We love to see it. We got lucky. Okay. This is amazing. Okay, cool. So, we nailed it. I can't believe I pulled that out. All right. So, I did my thing. Blue goes. Blue gets rid of everything bagel, which is sad but predictable. Galley, pink, takes chicken tikka pasty. Also an in-demand item in my household. So there is that. That is gone. Yellow takes pirate ship sandwiches. I mean, that's just a given. And then I serve. I'm going to serve this Kenyan purple. Kenyan purple requires 3 chocolate from 3 different banners. Well, I have chocolate monkey bread from yellow. I have, yeah, I'm going to smash sticky toffee pudding and pan de chocolat for its chocolate. And that'll be the teal banner. And then for the purple banner, we're going to go with chocolate churros. So we have chocolate, 3 different banners. Satisfies the Kenyan purple requirement. And that is 10 points. Very, very cool. We're at 6 served dishes now. 10 coins for me, correct. Okay, last round. Shifty, shifty, shifty. 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 Boom, 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 and I get a parrot for free. Okay, well, I can only grab 1 card, and I have a parrot, so I guess technically I could go dumpster diving. Now, I need 3 fruit. I have no ability to get 3 fruit. There's no way in hell I can get 3 fruit from 3 different banners with 1 parrot and the ability to only draw 1 card from the galley. It's not going to happen. Let's see what happens at the end of the game, right? Yep. No ability to serve the crew in the solo mode. Remaining dishes and teas are not counted, are not worth any doubloons. The player wins if they have 5 served teas over the course of the game. Okay. Okay. Yes. So I'm gonna just call it done because I'm not earning any more points. There's nothing else I can do. Gained. Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. Now, well, hold on. Can I make it work? Well, I can draw 1. I'm going to have to get rid of this card, and it's one of the fruits. Can I reliably get fruit? If I get a monkey for the serving bonus, and thank you again for that reminder. It's the one thing I've consistently forgot throughout the whole game. So if I get the monkey and I get lucky on a draw, I might be able to do this. I don't think so, but I just don't see it. We'll see. Blue's going to go, and it's going to discard a fruit. Okay, well, that's going to work in my favor. Yes. Okay. Okay, so blue's going to go. It's going to discard the cherry bakewell. I'm going to go. On my turn, I'm going to draw the tang hulu, which has a fruit. And I'm going to play the parrot token that I just got. And I'm going to take that cherry bakewell that the blue player, or the blue scallywag, just discarded. Now I have, I'll put them up here. Now I have 2 of the 3 requirements. Now this is where pure luck comes in. I'm going to spend my monkey token to draw the top 2 cards off the deck and pray one of them is of the 2 other suits and is not a fruit, or is just actually any fruit, because I have a purple card that I can smash this with. So I really just need a fruit. That's it. Here we go. And I got 2 of the same damn things, and they're both salt. Oh, it was worth a shot. It was worth a shot. I didn't quite make the last serve. Wah, 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 wah. That's all right. That's good. That's fine. That's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. So let's see how we did. We did 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 5, 6, 66 points, which just puts me in the solo achievements. It just puts me north of the second goal of earning 65 doubloons. So there it is. There's that. And I'm playing this on the sword deck, so I would be putting that in here. Not great, considering that you can earn up to 120 points. That's nuts. But then again, there are a couple things I didn't play with this round, mainly because I didn't understand how to make them work with the solo game, and I ran out of time trying to figure it out. One of them is these captain cards. Now, in the multiplayer game, you can also play with the captain, but this is an example of something the captain would let you earn more points for. And I guess I probably could have, now that I understand the game better now, I could have played with a captain, and then just any time I satisfied this requirement, which in this case is, oh, that's the wrong one. That's the one I was looking for. There we go. In this case would have been these 3 different color banners. Then I would have earned an additional 3 doubloons, right? So there's multiple different captains and multiple different combinations per captain. If this one has doubled chocolate, then this gives you an additional bonus of that kind. Then that's the example, right? So captains add a little extra crunch, which is great. And now that I've played this once, I will do that. The other thing that I could have done and didn't is the bottle of rum expansion. Bottle of rum adds an entirely different resource type. It is an actual bottle of rum, which is also a wooden token type, at least in the deluxe edition. They're screen printed and beautiful. And the way they work, in fact, I will, using rum. A bottle of rum may be used when you are serving tea to the captain. It allows you to serve your meal with a single mistake, one flag that is incorrect, or one flavor icon that is missing. You may only use a single bottle of rum when you serve your tea. You don't want the rum to overpower the flavor of the tea. Once you have used your bottle of rum, discard the rum to the box. Unlike other gear, rum is not returned to the central supply. So now, again, now that I have played this once, I now understand that I could do that. But it does kind of require the use of captains, because it's checking to, like, for example, when you serve the captain, choose which captain you are serving. What? You know what I mean? You set up all 4 captains per the advanced mode of the pirates in the rulebook. So it just adds a lot of extra overhead that, as I was learning this game the first time and wanting to explain how the functions work, it just seemed like I was going to muddy the waters too much to really bring in captains or the rum this first game. But and having played it this first time, I'm kind of glad that was the choice that I made. Normally for streams like this, I like to try to add in all the extra bells and whistles, but I just thought I was going to end up chewing the fat too long trying to figure out all the little details and how to make captains work and all of that while I was learning how to play it. I just didn't think that was the right choice today. But anyway, I hope that little overview of those 2 little add-ons works for you instead. And let me know. But okay, so let's look at this. So I've played a lot of different order fulfillment games, all kinds of different themes. And this is both familiar and fresh. The gear tokens add that really necessary layer of flexibility and control that this game would otherwise be missing. Yeah, I can maybe make that work. I might even play it multiplayer. We'll see. I think what makes this game stand out is the way the gear interacts with the game. Obviously, wiping the offer row is fairly straightforward. I never did that the entire. I never did it the entire game. I just never felt the need to, and it just worked out where I guess never felt desperate enough to wipe the row. So I don't know. I'm just trying to think it through. I like the in the multiplayer game, it's a bit of a snake draft in terms of who goes in what order. You do miss that a little bit in the solo game, but now I'm kind of getting into the solo game critique. So I'll talk about that last. Core game though, I love smashing. I think smashing was, again, one of those things that they added to solve a standard order fulfillment game problem, which is that imperfect issue of, like, I'm stuck, I'm in the mud because I'm not getting what I need and I have no flexibility to solve it. They saw that problem and they fixed it. This is this publisher's very first game. This is Pink Hawk Games. And this is their very first game as a publisher. I very much hope this is not their last. I don't think it is. I think they've already got another one in the wings coming, and very exciting new publisher. I really enjoyed this. I love the double-sided player mats. There's another one in the box. There's actually 2 of these based on the player count. Really makes the game easier to play with and grab the stuff off the table, even if you're not playing on a big mat like I am here. So this is kind of a overkill. But like, if this was a board, I'd still be struggling to get tokens off of this. But I'm not, because the way they did this, they spent the time and the effort to invest in neoprene, and I really appreciate that. overall, the game solves a lot of issues that I usually have with order fulfillment games. It tends to just be very rote, very plug and play. Just kind of, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. The gear mixed with the draft and the player order and the complexity that introduces really takes order fulfillment to a place that makes me happy to play it. I will pick this up and want to play this as a core game, regardless of the theme, because of that. The theme just makes this 10 times better. The art is unbelievably good. And the art and the graphic design, the illustration, the humor scattered all the way through it. I absolutely adore it. The captain cards themselves, there's one particular captain you've probably seen in all the box art that I just love. Which, by the way, this guy, come on. This guy here, like, what? And this is the guy I was digging for. Like, pinkies up, gentlemen. Like, come on. The artwork on this is just amazing. The different layers of complexity, the advanced mode. So they had some consideration for people learning the game. They said we don't, play it simple, play it basic the first time, and so on. Really helps with that onboarding and learning. The only, if I want to even call it a complaint, because the solo mode is good, it's entertaining. Where I struggle with the solo mode like this one is that it's not like playing the multiplayer game. There's just too much that's different. Here's an example of the multiplayer board, right? The multiplayer board looks like that. So you have your player draft, but then the activities, I guess the complexity really comes from the aging of the tea. I don't understand really why that was necessary, because the scallywags aren't competing for tea cards. So maybe I'll have to play the multiplayer game before I can tell you, but it just didn't really feel necessary. It adds some complexity around like when you get stuff done and having things be late. So that I get that, I guess, from an additional efficiency puzzle that's added on to the solo game just to make it richer. Okay, I can see it. But as it is, like I said, it wasn't something that I didn't enjoy. It was something that was fun. I really like it. I just wish that I was playing this the same as I was playing with a multiplayer game. Not for the least of which is because I play games solo, and I like games that are like the multiplayer game a lot, because it means that people watching me play solo will have a very close idea of what they're going to be playing multiplayer. I still think that manages to be true in this game. It's just that there's some strategy that I employed that I wouldn't even think to do in the multiplayer game. And the way I explained how things work, like, for example, the way the gear works in the multiplayer game doesn't work like that at all in the solo game. Now, I guess it's similar in theme, but not in execution. So there's things like that deviate the experience enough from the multiplayer game that makes me go, But will I play it solo? Sure, it's fun. As it is, it's its own fun, cute, like efficiency puzzle. But I think this one's really going to shine in multiplayer, not going to lie. So yeah, like I said, I can't complain. I thought it was great. I'm really happy to get it to my table. I'm really happy that I own the deluxe edition, and I would be happy to play this solo at any time. I'd be happy to play it, and I think, even happier to play it multiplayer. So the component quality is, like I said, top notch. These metal coins, especially the 10 spots, absolutely beautiful. The screen printed everything, absolutely beautiful. 10 out of 10 for production value. If this is your kind of game at all, if this is your level of complexity or your level of crunch, and you like the theme, which how can you not? It's pirates mixed with tea. Amazing. Go get it. Support Pink Hawk games in their infancy as they grow. Yes, I know. I'm looking forward to it. And I really think this one is worth your dollars, especially in this economy. I don't say that lightly. So thank you very much for joining me. I think that's all I need to say about Pirates of the High Teas. Tune in next week, and this time I actually mean next week. I realized after I said that when we closed the show last time that the next weekend was a holiday, and I ended up having commitments I didn't even remember. Otherwise, I would have said so. So I apologize for the deception or confusion from last week. But next week I will be streaming again, I promise. And I won't say it's something completely different. It's going to be something that you've seen before, just with an extra layer or 3. So that's enough of a hint. But let's see if next week that game holds up to its original core. I'm excited to see it, nervous, frankly, because I want to see if it's just too much crunch or too much stuff. But anyway, tune in next week to see what I'm talking about. And thanks again. This has been Pirates of the High Teas. And I hope you enjoy the stream and have a great rest of your day. Take care, everybody.